So the story of how I solved a bronchial infection with bleach by inhaling bleach. It was actually bleach, kind of bleach flavored steam. It wasn't like pure bleach, but I was steaming myself in the bathroom because I had a lingering infection in my chest after having a cold. Weeks later, I still had a cough. I had this rattling sound in my chest, a wheezy kind of sound in my chest, and it wasn't going away after a couple of weeks. And it started getting actually difficult, just very gradually difficult, more and more difficult to breathe. So one night I just got frustrated and I said, to hell with this. And I went home and went in the bathroom and closed the door and turned on the shower and tried to get steam, just get a steam going up in the shower, in the bathroom. And I just breathed, deeply the steam. And as I was doing that, I noticed in the cracks, like in the grout around the tub or the caulk around the tub, that black fungus can kind of grow, or mold, or whatever it is. So I had that black mold growing in my tub, and I had noticed it for a while, but anyway, I just kept forgetting to do anything about it. But I just got some, that night that I was steaming myself, I put some pure laundry bleach in a spray bottle and sprayed while the steam was going, while I had the shower running and the steam running. I sprayed pure bleach onto those moldy spots in the shower, and the steam started smelling like bleach, not like super harsh, kind of like a high school swimming pool or a pool at the YMCA kind of smells, like that chlorinated smell. And so I started breathing the bleach flavored or bleach smelling steam, and I just breathed it real deep. I'm like, to hell with this. I'm going to purge whatever's in my lungs with this bleach flavored steam. So I just started taking deep breaths of this bleachy steam. And I'll tell you what, I started coughing up massive, chunky, giant chunks of green goop from my lungs. I mean, huge, like big mouthful. It was really disgusting and very satisfying at the same time. I was like, I'm getting this out of my body. But then it started to burn my eyes. The air was, had that bleachy kind of smell, started to burn my eyes, just like my eyes would burn at going to watch, like I said, a high school swim meet or something like that. So I would leave the bathroom and go get some fresh air, and then I'd go back in there and take a couple more deep breaths of bleach, and then I'd leave the bathroom and get some fresh air. Just did a couple doses of that, a couple sessions of that night. So I shut everything down and I went to bed, and I woke up the next morning. I slept really well, and I I woke up the next morning feeling better than I had in weeks. Like my chest was free. I had purged what was in my lungs with using bleach. So I don't do that anymore. But now, once in a while, if I get a cold that settles into my lungs, or I have a cough that's bugging me, and sometimes that happens, bronchial kind of things will just linger in my lungs for a few days. I don't use bleach anymore, but I use eucalyptus, and I'll just boil hot water. I'll boil some water in a coffee cup and drop a couple drops of eucalyptus oil and just breathe it really deep into my lungs. And sometimes it catches, like like there's a catching that can happen. So you have to really relax your breath, relax your throat, and try to get a full lung full of this eucalyptus flavored steam. And I do a couple sessions of that a day, a couple times per session, and then a couple sessions of that per day after a couple days. And that's how I deal with it now, and it works. So my point is that you can inhale antibiotics, you can inhale analgesics, which is like a menthol or eucalyptus. An analgesic is like Bengay, when you rub it on your skin and you feel it penetrate the tissue. That opens up the capillaries. So that's like a topical analgesic. Menthol and eucalyptus are both that way. And eucalyptus is also a mild antibiotic. So it can actually kill bugs in your lungs. And there's probably other kinds of steam, kinds of essential oils that would have a similar property, but eucalyptus is easy to get. And it's a familiar smell to me. I grew up climbing eucalyptus trees, not in Australia, in Southern California. So that's my bleach disinfecting the lungs story. For Lumicarta Productions, I'm Andrew Maxwell.